Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is our monthly team call for the Dreammaker team. We always have a call on the third Monday of the month. We've changed the time to 8:30, so those that have little kids, hopefully they can get their kids to bed and they can join us. And if they can't, we try to record it so that they can. But one of the things, we have many new people on the team, so hopefully some of them will get their kids to bed and be able to join us. But I wanted the opportunity for everybody to say hi and for everybody to know everybody else, because we're spread all over the country, it seems. And so Terry, just one, who you are, where you're from, and one thing you love about Juice Plus.
Okay, hi, I'm Terry Akbash. I live in Garrison, New York. I met Carolyn 2.5, almost 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago. We both have Williams syndrome children, and I love Juice Plus for many reasons, obviously, but most of all because it's helped heal my son.
Deb, you're next.
I'm Debbie Corder. I met Carolyn about 4 years ago, and my husband and I just saw this as the perfect answer to getting healthier and getting our family healthier. And I'm from Coshocton, Ohio, so I'm not too far. I'm a couple hours from you guys that are in Dayton area. And I have two new team members. They're not on tonight. One of them is Kathy Rich Creek. Hopefully we'll meet her at some point. And another one that's Stephanie Heener that just joined today. And she is, let's see, Kathy is also from Coshocton. Stephanie's from Delaware County and near Columbus. And actually, Stephanie is doing an event tonight with friends about Juice Plus. So what do I love about Juice Plus? Everything. I love the community. I love everything.
Great. Oh, Leslie's here. Okay, let's see. Now I changed our view, so I'm going to just click on Leslie because she's next on the thing here. Leslie, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So I know you're driving, but just tell us who you are, where you live, what you do, and why you love Juice Plus.
I live in Texas, and I'm a nurse, and I love Juice Plus because it's healing my son, and I can share it with my whole family.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to click on you, Sandy, next. Okay.
Hey there. I'm Sandy Trissler. I live in Sydney, Ohio. That's north of Dayton, for those of you who don't know. And why do I love Juice Plus? Well, first of all, what it did for my son, because we got our son back because of Juice Plus. He was having seizures and stuff. And I love these people. I love the community. I love the culture of this company. I love the growth that I'm experiencing as a person. And it was funny, the only way I can describe it is when my husband and I went to conference down in Tampa in October, I had just been kind of down and very tired. It's tiring just getting there. And so I was really tired, and we'd had a really rough day. And I walked into the conference center and I saw all the stuff and I went, I am in my Juice Plus bubble. All's right with the world. So that's just how it is. So I just love it.
Okie dokie. Let's see who's next. Okay, Jill, you're on.
Hi, I'm Jill Hahn. I live in the Dayton, Ohio area, and I'm also an RN. And I just met Carolyn really through a Facebook group that we both belong to just in December. I reached out to her. I'm like, I don't know what else going on here, but I want some information. So I was excited about the whole nutritional aspect. I'm, constantly trying to get the best nutrition I can. And not, sometimes that's difficult with the 12-hour shifts. But anyway, so yeah, the ease of taking those capsules and knowing that I'm getting all this stuff that I failed to get into my regular diet. And I'm trying to share it with my family currently, but I've just joined a couple days ago. So
Yeah, we're glad for you to be with us. Thanks. Okay, Brian, I'm going to unmute you. And I know we just have your picture, but can you tell us who you are and where you're from and why you love Juice Plus?
Hello, I'm Ed. Benefits that I get. You know, I never really always wanted to do something to take better care of myself and work on being able to help other people out as well.
Yeah, we're having a hard time hearing you. But I can tell you a little bit. I met Brian and his wife. She was pregnant with that precious baby when we met. And we have this thing in the Dayton, Ohio area called Super Party. And his wife hosted a super party. And so their family and his mom all decided they wanted Juice Plus, and Brian joined the company for the best possible price, which is why almost all of us joined the company, right? So I'm Carolyn Russ. I'm from Tip City, Ohio, which is just a suburb of Dayton. And I love Juice Plus for all the reasons that you guys have said. But, you know, 13 years ago, we looked at this as really hope in a capsule for me. Because I'd been diagnosed with breast cancer and I already thought I ate healthy, but obviously I wasn't eating enough fruits and vegetables. And I got a vision for the possibilities that this company offered, and I went to that same conference in Memphis that Sandy went to, and I saw these people walking the stage telling their stories, and it was so inspiring. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had pretty much zero income, and so I just love the opportunity that it gave me to be home, continue my life as I was raising my family, and really create an income, something that we could retire to instead of out of, which we just did. My husband just retired from Terra David, and so we're having fun doing this together. We're taking our tower garden to a women's garden club thing tomorrow in this crazy weather. I don't know why we signed up to do that in February, but we did. So maybe when we close, everybody told why you like the product. I'm not going to let you off that easy because everybody needs to tell why they like the business. But I want to paint a little picture for you and show you some things tonight just to go over so that because we've been hearing a lot about this grow your business thing and the express track to sales coordinator, which is an incredible opportunity. And so I want to show you some details about that because there are some people here that are very heavily involved in doing that activity. And so first of all, one of the things that helps people grow their business is through the call. And so I have signed up for a scheduler or a calendar that you can go into and pick a time. I used to have one, I got rid of it because it wasn't very effective. And so this one's called Calendly, Calendly, crazy name, / Carolyn Russ. And so you can use that. And and you'll get notifications. I'll get notifications, and I'll be thrilled. It goes with my Google Calendar, so that if I have something else that I have to do and wouldn't be able to do a call that day, it would be blocked out, and you wouldn't even see that as an available time. So some of the tools I want to talk about the tools, but I guess before we do that, let me show you what the opportunity is. Oh yeah. Okay, let me do this. What the opportunity is for this express track to sales coordinator. So I'm going to have to do this to find that. Whoops. No. I can't? Well, it won't let me do that. Well, that's a bummer. Okay. I'll try this from another direction. Hang on. All right, I want to show you a couple things. I need to share the screen to do this. So I want to show you how this whole thing works. I need that to go away. It won't get bigger because I can't maximize it, and I can't minimize us because we're recording. So this is somewhat annoying, but let's take a look. Let me see if I have it somewhere else. All right, let's look at this first. Can you all see the stair steps? Can you hear me? Can you see the stair steps here? Okay, got it. Okay, I will unmute. I'm afraid to unmute you because we'll get a lot of noise. So this is the marketing plan that we're talking about. For the most part, it takes people 6 months to get here. The company has come out with a solution to how to get people here in the next 6 weeks. So if you're here, doesn't matter, there's a way to get here. And the difference is $39 a box here, $76 a box here. What do you need to do that? You need to sponsor somebody to do this, the Fast Track 2000 Plus, and you need to sponsor 2 somebodies to do this, which we call the Healthy Living Partner Plan. And you need, if you're at the very beginning, you need a total of 4,000 points and a qualified business. And if you don't know what that is, we'll get together privately and I'll explain that. But this is a huge, big deal to do this, because if you do this, you're going to earn, for every HLP that you sponsor, you're going to earn $100. If you sponsor 2, well, the person who does the HLP gets $100, but if you sponsor 2 of them, you get $100. And then you help that person move to here, right?
Carolyn?
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt, but if you put your cursor above the box, we could see it. We're having a very hard time seeing it.
Okay, so typically to get to here, you earn $300. Typically to get to here, you would earn $600. But with this program, you would earn $700 to become the sales coordinator person with the Express Track. And for every 2,000 plus person you sponsor, you're going to earn $300. So that's $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 right there. And you get to like whiz up through the marketing plan, right? So this is the big picture. I'm one of those, let's look at the big picture, then we'll look at the little picture kind of people. So let me stop sharing that one. And bring up this one. Nope, not that one. Oh, here we go. Come on. So what is the easiest way to get there now? This is the easiest way to get there. Yeah. So this is the power of 3 to do this program. You get 3 trio orders in February and March. That's 6, right? 3 apiece. You teach 3 people to get 3 trio orders. That means you teach 3 people to do an HLP. Out of this 3 people, you teach 1 or more or all of them to do the same thing. So this piece here is your 2,000 plus. This piece here covers getting 2 new HLPs. And if we do this by the end of March, that's what you can do. So I think it's kind of cool because you have the trio here and we have trios here. And it's just, that's the simplest way to show you. So what I would say is decide, yes, I want to do this, and then let's put together the tools and the plan for how you go about that. So let me unshare that. And so I thought what would be pretty cool is Sandy has a team member who has little kids and isn't on here, just I don't think, unless she hopped on while I was doing something else. No, okay. So Sandy, would you share with us how you and Elizabeth are smoking this marketing plan?
The way to do that is to talk to people, everybody. And she is recommending that everybody gets on the quad, which is totally true. That's what's going to give you the most benefits the fastest. We need, and we don't need just the fruits, the veggies, and the berries. We also need those omega oils, and it's awesome that we have that whole complement. And so recommending the quad and not being afraid to recommend the quad is a really huge thing. Just knowing that what you're after is their best results, and that's going to be from the quad. So that just stepping up and talking to everybody, realizing it's about them. It's not about me. This is about wanting to help people get healthy. What's going to help them get the healthiest? Every single person deserves to know. So what Elizabeth's been doing is assuming that what Kevin Seltzer said was true. When you walk out your door in the morning, realize that every single person you meet deserves to know that this is out there, because nobody's getting enough fruits and vegetables. Everybody needs more. Look at what's happening in our country with our health because we don't get enough. Just assuming that everybody deserves to know it and telling. That's pretty much it.
Well, there's one more thing that I think you guys are doing that's really effective, and we are maximizing Voxer. So
yeah, on that piece, yes, because Elizabeth has been so teachable, and she's been, every time she has a question, she actually realizes that she has a question and raises her hand. So she puts a Voxer message out lots of Voxer messages. And so she has been so teachable because she's raised her hand. So the biggest thing is to teach people. And I just told another rep who wanted to re-engage, I said, the biggest thing is you need to raise your hand and you need to say, okay, what do I say to this person? What do I say to that person? What do I do here? What about this situation? All the time. So Voxer's been huge. And it's been a big step up exercise for me as a leader to pay attention to it and to start using it the way it is capable of being used. So it's cool.
Well, and the other thing about that is it's third-party validation. So you can, so when she has a question, she wants it answered pretty quickly. And if Sandy's not available, I am. If I'm not available, Sandy is. And we're saying the same thing. And I'll tell you what's really fun is now she sponsored another new person who happens to be at an event tonight. She's wonderful. I can't wait for you to meet her. And I listen to Elizabeth, and she's repeating everything Sandy and I have said. It's like she has just absorbed it, and she gets it, and she knows what we would say to her, so she just says that to somebody else. So that's the art of duplication. And I think people, what I want to share with you personally is never, never, never feel like you're wasting my time, or you shouldn't ask me, or I should know this already. I'm embarrassed. I don't want to ask. If I'm not helping you get where you want to go, I feel like I'm failing at my job, because that's what I get paid to do, is to help you guys be successful. I have tons of customers. I'm already a national marketing director. I want you guys to get there. That will be the most fun thing in the whole world. We're going to Sacramento in a few weeks, and that's where I made national marketing director. It was wonderful, but it will be even more wonderful to be standing at the bottom of that stage, seeing you guys do the same thing. And it's totally possible. So that's one tool. Voxer is one tool in the toolbox. What about the other thing that we're doing, and I'll let Deb share a little bit here, is, I'm going to unmute you. Unmute, okay. What have we been doing, Deb?
Three-way calls, connection calls. Doesn't have to have just 3 people on it, but connection calls. And we had a great one today, and it's just the connection calls just give you energy renewed. They give you an amen to what you're saying. They give that third-party validation. They give a voice that's different from your own. The product and business are validated by a third party. Also, I think there's a confidence that gets renewed with the energy that happens on a three-way call. We had a great one today, and I have to tell this on Carolyn. I chose a different person because Carolyn and I like to talk, and we had a person that only had 20 minutes. And so I had to put on a person that I knew could talk about the business in 20-minute time. And Carolyn has tons of strengths. One of them is the business also. But we took this person to Wendy McGlon, who is just a business pro. And so sometimes, and Carolyn, I love you for this. You are very vulnerable, but you realize, and we realize with the third-party connection calls, that it's not about us. It's about the person that we put on the call. And it's about their needs and what they need to get going. So it was a great call. The goal of education and sharing was achieved. And just the sharing is accomplished.
Well, and the other thing is that this young woman was a little closer in age to Wendy.
Yeah.
And so they could relate on that, age bracket. So
Right.
I will tell you, you will never hurt my feelings if you decide that Wendy is the better person to talk to. Sometimes I want to take somebody to Karen Ewald because maybe she's an RN. And so Wendy her feelings would never be. In fact, sometimes she might even suggest that. Or maybe somebody else. I have somebody that I want to get on a call, and she's a homeschooling mom. So I would take her to Karen Ewald because she was a homeschooling mom. So you need to match it up to find out. And we're one team, one mission. So it doesn't matter. It's what's best for that person. So I appreciate that. And it was really fun to hear your renewed energy, for sure. So with that, what are some other tools? Well, how many of you know what Insights is? Anybody know what Insights is? Because I'm going to show you what Insights is. So every Wednesday, we get an email, and it's loading. Hang on a minute. And it comes from the company, and it has really just news. So let's see here. Which one will I pick? Well, here's where they, no, I'm going to do this one. So let me see if I can share this. Find us back here again. So this comes in your email. And here it talks about it. So if you want to have more information about the Come Join Us incentive, it's right there. This is now, what is the difference between that and the new sales coordinator piece? This is the HLP, sponsor an HLP, do an HLP, earn $100. And right now, you get a free conference ticket. Never in the history of this company have I seen anybody get a free conference ticket. And even if you can't use it for this conference, do it and get it, and they'll hold it for you for the next conference. We talked about the new sales coordinator. Tomorrow night, there will be an event with Dr. David Phillips. I'm not going to click on these and open them all up. But so there's, he actually, people in our area really like him. I mean, we really like him anyway, but he actually graduated from Wright State School of Medicine. And so he's going to be talking about complete. But the other thing we are doing tomorrow night is we have the next gen call called Let's Talk About Health, which is on my Facebook page, our Facebook page as the Dreammaker team. And let's do it over here. And I want to show you how to use this page because sometimes we forget. There's two places that I dispense information to you guys from. One is the Dreammaker page. Okay. Maybe we're going to move here. There we go. So like I start on Sunday night. I'm sorry, this is so slow. I don't know why it is. I start on Sunday night posting what's going on this week. So here's the Dreammaker Huddle. This is what we do every third Monday of the month. But here's some other things. And if you want to look at the details for this Express Track to Sales Coordinator, you can open that. This has been a great event. I think today was the last day of it. But how do you find these things? Well, you go to the Facebook group. So I'm just going to click on this and show you. Some of you know this, some of you don't. And you go here and you can add members. Now, the new thing with Facebook is you can't just add members anymore. It sends them an invitation and the person has to accept the invitation. So just because you added them does not mean, yeah. So I got in trouble with this group and they blocked me because I added too many people. Anyway, I got off of probation yesterday. So anyway, that's how that works. Imagine that. But this has been great. It's been primarily for women. If you were a man and put your name in there, they wouldn't let you in. But your wife could get in there. And so the first, and once you're in this, anytime you're already in a group, you can go back anytime. And so just for grins, did I add you to this, Jill? Okay. So I don't know in this group that after today you would be able to add anybody. So if you have anybody that you want to see this before the time frame shuts down, because this is an event, so you find events here on Facebook. Since this is an event, it closes today. I don't know what time. If it's a group like Juice Plus Health Experiences, you can add anybody to that group at any time. So that's the difference between an event and a group. Let's go back because there's some other things. Now, there's an upcoming event. Some events that are local events, you have to buy a ticket for. So let me scroll down to, well, we'll go hit them as we go. So this is a great event. This is tomorrow night. It is next gen people. Now, that doesn't mean they're in their 20s. It means they're somewhere between 20 and 40, or can be an older person, could be somebody my age who's new. And so we're looking to raise up a new generation of leaders. So you're not going to see, the whole thing full of, young single next gen people, though some of them are. They're doing a fabulous job, and mostly telling their stories. But their stories are so impactful that you want people, the people that you know, love, and care about, you want them to hear these stories. So there's two ways to do it. You can either just go to Zoom and get on that way, or they figured out a way to also do this through Facebook. So if we went into the event and invited somebody and they accepted the invitation, they could just get on Facebook, and right at 8:30, it just takes off. So that'll be a great event. Another one right before that, this is the Dr. Phillips event tomorrow night, and that is actually on facebook.com/juiceplus, and it will be live. I'm sure they'll record it. Quite frankly, I have another event. I won't be on either of those, but I do really like to get the recordings if we can. They don't always work. So here's this, if you forgot what that looked like, you can always come back to our page. Jill, I need you to accept the invitation to this page so you can see it, see what's in it. I added you, but they didn't let me. They don't, you got to do the acceptance thing. If you want to read more about all of that. This is a call that was done. Oh, we have a contest. I'll go back up to that because that's more money for you. These are local events that are coming here in March. So remember I said sometimes you have to buy a ticket to an event. So this one is March 14th in Dayton at the Beaver Creek Golf Club. And it's $10. And there'll be, some food and that kind of stuff. You want to get the early bird price and the reason we charge is because we have to rent the Beaver Creek Golf Club. And the food will be minimal for that amount of money, and it's just a presentation. I think it starts at 7 or something. Yes, there is a cash bar. We always like to have that. But the presentation's from 7 to 8. And if you don't live here and you live near Columbus, you can hear her. Now, she is a national marketing director, a registered dietitian. She has an amazing story. She is seasoned and incredible. And when you get people in front of somebody like Leanne Harris, I can tell you, you want to invite as many people as you can, get them there, because they will say yes to something. The information is so powerful, and people don't know what they don't know until they get to hear about it. And it's great that we can send them videos. That's usually the first way we talk to somebody. But I would start inviting for this now so that you can get people to know about it. They'll register, and we're not like 5 days before going, oh my gosh, I forgot, and we'll already have something that night. Now, if you're free, back to Dayton. So we're doing, wait a minute, let me get back to the thing here. There's a luncheon for distributors on the 14th at noon, from noon to 2 that day. It's in Springboro. It's at the home of one of the other representatives on the team. And that's awesome because you get poured into by someone who's very successful, and we get to learn really how to do our Juice Plus business from somebody like her. So just mark your calendar for that, and don't just put it in pencil, put it in stone, right? Oops, come back. The last piece is back to the Dream Makers. This is our contest this month and next month. Last month, I mean, I'm giving away money, and anybody that does an HLP gets $50 for every HLP that you sponsor. This is a sponsoring contest. And if you do 3 or more, you get another $50. If you do what's called a 5-1-1, which means you get 5 customers, 1 HLP, and then another HLP moves to finishing off their 2,000 plus, I'll pay you $100. Elizabeth is always, she loves contests. She's always winning the contest. So you guys need to step it up and see if you can beat her. So I think those are really the biggest things that we, oh, no, there's one more. Sorry, let's go down to, it's sometimes I post it and then it's been a while and I'm sure it's in here. Next Tuesday, we do this once a month. Well, maybe I haven't put it in here yet. It's in Voxer. I don't think I've put it in here. It's called Nourish to Flourish. It is a call that we do on Tuesdays typically. And it's just us telling our stories and telling what Juice Plus is. It's 30 minutes. Actually, I think we got we've honed it down to maybe get it done in about 25, which is the goal. And so I'll post it in here. It's got a red flyer thing. But we're looking for people to share their stories because we've been sharing our stories for a long time. And the people that have been doing this faithfully are the people that are on this call. And so who wants to share their story next week? Terry's busy. Leslie has a great story. But we want lots of different stories. So if you would like to share yours, let me know and we'll show you how the call goes. And all we do, if it's your first time, is ask you to share a little bit about why you like Juice Plus or what attracted you to the business. And that's pretty much it. But it's an event that you can invite people to. And that's the important piece. They get to hear everyday people. None of us are fancy, right? Everyday people that they get to hear our stories. I mean, stories are so powerful. And we're getting more and more powerful stories. So anyway, I will unmute everybody. I will